Hey folks, it's your boy Quincy, and this evening I'll be speaking on my Tinder experiment. Let me begin. 2 days ago, I decided to do a Tinder experiment because as a woman, the reason being because I see a lot of guys on the internet be speaking on how they put a woman's picture on in their profile and they create a fake profile as a woman, and the amount of attention they got being a fake woman was just unbelievable because obviously guys want to have a lot of sex and meet a lot of women, things like that, right? So that got me thinking that why don't I give it a go? So what I done was, I got my picture and I used an app called I use an app called the Face app, which means you can change your gender. So you can change your picture from a male version of yourself as you are as a man to a woman version of yourself. So what I did was, I used the Face app, the Face app, I used my original picture, and I changed myself into a mixed race woman. So a mixed race version of myself with long hair, pretty hair, and that sort of thing, right? So I created a fake profile as a woman. I call myself Fiona, or F or whatever. I can't remember which one it was, right? And I create my profile, put some information on it, and I obviously my skin color went from medium brown to mixed race looking. I had long curly hair, right? So within about 10 minutes of signing on to the Tinder dating app as a woman, I got over fucking 50 likes. All these guys liking my profile, saying you're beautiful, hey beautiful, this that, yeah. But it was pretty fucking overwhelming. And within about half an hour of me signing on to the Tinder dating site, fucking I got well over 200 guys liking my profile. It was pretty overwhelming, like getting messages and all sorts of craziness, right? And when I had my profile on the Tinder dating app as a man, I was lucky to even get probably 5 likes. You know what I'm saying? And let's just face it, most of the girls that were liking my profile were fucking ugly. They weren't the best looking girls. They were quite ugly. And they're just hippos and fucking orangutan looking women, fat women, overweight women, and butters women that you wouldn't be seeing in the cover of darkness. You know what I mean? So if you can compare the two in stark contrast, as a man, I'm not an ugly man. I'm a good looking guy. I'm a 7 out of 10. 8 on a good day when I dress up and look good, Um, and it goes to show that women in general have it much easier dating life compared to men, because even for the best looking man in the world, you have to be like a celebrity to get a beautiful woman's validation and attention. You know what I mean? And just be tall, good looking, have a good job, good money, and that sort of thing, and that nature. And I had it for about 2 days, and I was getting so many messages. I even tried it on Bumble, on my Bumble app. I put the same picture as me as a woman, the woman version of myself, the mixed race looking woman of myself on there. And again, I got so much attention from guys. I got within like 20 minutes, I got well over 100 guys liking my fake profile. Yeah, and it was just crazy because when I had my profile as a man, as in me myself, again I wouldn't get that many likes. I was getting a few likes here and there, but most of the girls there were just they were fucking busted, man. And again, it goes to show that, like I said before, women have a much better time in dating life than men do, because you don't have to be you don't have to be the most best looking woman in the world to get a man. You could be a 5 in looks, and you get a desperate man when they get in your fucking pants, right? So so 2 days I did the experiment not only on Tinder but on Bumble as well, as my female mixed race version of myself, and I got so much attention, you know what I mean? And in the end, I thought, yesterday I thought, what, this morning I thought, let's take down the profile because they're fake, obviously not real profiles, and it shows the gulf in likes between men and women. I mean, men have it so much harder than women in the dating world, because even the good looking guys that I spoke to in real life, they said that it's hard to date these days because women they expect too much, and me being the fake woman on my experimental dating profiles, I was getting so much attention, so many messages. It was just easy. It was just like easy. You know what I mean? It was so easy. I was like, oh my god, is this really happening? I couldn't wrap my head around it. Compared to being me, which the girls I liked weren't really on it. The one I could see myself that we're equal looks level and everything else. The girls that I liked, but the girls that I liked weren't really on it. Some were, but some wasn't. It was 50. It was 50. But the ones that liked me were just ugly that I wouldn't fucking be seen dead with. You know what I mean? So it was a very interesting take to take in. It was very interesting to take in for the different experiences as a fake woman and as a man myself, and it couldn't compare. It could not compare because women have it so easier, especially in sexual primary until they get older, of course, and they hit after 30. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, it was very eye opener to see. It was like obviously I heard stories of men doing Tinder experiences, putting fake profiles of women, and obviously they got a lot of attention from men because they think their profile is woman. But my picture was actually me, but in a woman version of myself, a mixed race version of myself, yeah. And guys were going fucking crazy with my fake profile, and I was like, I was so blown away, and the attention I was getting, I couldn't keep up. You know what I mean? The attention. So you know, that was it really. And it was interesting to know what it was like to be a so-called woman in like a fake profile like created, and it was just wow. It was just night and day. It was like I was in two different dimensions because as a fake woman, like my female version profile, myself, on my teen experimental profile, and my Bumble experimental profile, like I was getting tension. I was just getting tension every few minutes, tension all the time. Whereas as a guy, as myself, I'd be lucky to get 3 or 4 or 5 likes. You know what I mean? If I did get likes, they're just the women I would not see fucking be. I would not be seeing fucking dead with. You know what I mean? I would just I match them because it's just ugly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a very interesting concept to take in, and you know, obviously I understand why women don't really apply to a lot of matches because it's only matches. I understand why, from a female's point of view, it's hard for them to keep up with matches because they get so much attention every day. They get, especially if you're really good looking. If you're like a 7 and above in looks as a woman, yeah, you get attention not only in real life anyway, but in dating websites, you get attention every day, and it's hard to keep up. And you know, they have to pick the men that they feel good with. You know what I mean? So yeah, at least I know what it's like, and it was good to see in terms of experience what it's like to be a fake woman and a fake dating profile, and you know, it got me to understand what a female had to go through in terms of like going date websites, and there were some guys some of the guys that looked like in my favorite profile that weren't, you know what I mean? They were just whatever, but you know, I just thought I had to try the Tinder experiment and the Bumble experiment in terms of creating a fake profile as a woman, a female version of myself, a lighter skinned mixed race version of myself with long curly hair and things like that. And it was wow, it was just night and day. Again, it was night and day. I was like, wow. The only website that I'm doing alright is Match.com because that's a legit website. That's for like serious relations, things like that. But when it comes to Bumble and Tinder, they're hookup sites. Let's just be real now. Let's just see the reality of it. It's just a hookup site. That's what it is. So yeah, guys, it was just a very interesting take, and it was a weird experience to me as a fake woman, like my fake profile, and my picture I put in there as a woman version of myself, and wow, it was just the level of attention I got over men as a fake woman because they thought I was a real person, but I'm not obviously. And yesterday or this morning, I just took it off because I'm thinking, nah, you know what? That's just it is what it is, and I just had to take it down. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe. I'm out.